This is a peony. It's one of my favorite flowers. And even though there's quite a few steps into making one, I really think it's worth the effort. Whether you put one or several on a cake, they can really make a bold statement. So I'm going to show you how to get started. You'll need the following tools. Besides your gum paste and your gum glue, you'll need to have a porcelain veining tool. This one's actually plastic, but they do have a porcelain one. You will need a Dresden tool. You'll need a cutting tool or a small knife. You'll need your ball tool and a roller to roll out your gum paste. You'll also need some styrofoam balls. This is a 1.5 inch and this is a 2 inch. And I'll show you what to do with those in a little bit. You can find these peony leaf cutters online or possibly at your cake supply store. And they come in a set of 4 petals. And you'll need the following to make one peony. You'll need 2 cut out of the smallest and 3 petals of the medium, 10 of the large, and 5 of the extra large. Okay. So to start, I have here one of the 1.5 inch styrofoam balls that I've put on a stem here. I've taken a couple of wires and put them together with floral tape to thicken up the stem, and I've put a little bit of glue and stick it in the ball and set it aside to dry. So now it's ready to go. Okay. So I have here a little egg white also. You can use egg white or gum glue or water will work to stick these on. I've pre-cut 2 of the small petals and 3 of the medium. Okay, I'm going to start with the 2 smallest petals, and I'm going to use my petal pad and bring in the 2 small petals. And using my porcelain veining tool, I start in the center and roll out to the edge. This will add a nice veining look to each petal. Okay. I'm going to flip those 2 over and add some of our glue. We're going to bring in that small styrofoam ball and we're going to add these 2 to the center of the ball. They're actually going to face each other, and we're going to stick them into the styrofoam. And right here at the tip, I usually interlock them and kind of crisscross them so you don't see any styrofoam. Okay, just like that. So here we have 3 of our medium petals. We've got our small petals set aside to dry, and it's the same process with the medium petals. With the silk veining tool, you start in the center and you roll out to the side. And with these petals and all the petals that follow, you actually do both sides. This thins them out and puts the veining into each petal. Okay, and once you've done that, you're going to, with your ball tool, come in and thin the edges and ruffle the edges. And you do that just by going half on the edge and half on the gum paste, and short, quick little movement back and forth to ruffle it. When you're done with that, we're going to bring in the foam, and we're going to use our Dresden tool with the wide end slightly at an angle and pull towards yourself. And this adds some cupping and curling to each petal. Okay, and so now we're going to bring back in that bud, the little ball that we started with, and we're going to put some glue on the bottom 2/3 of these petals. And we're going to wrap these around, centering them so that they're evenly spaced. And we don't worry about covering up the styrofoam on the bottom because we're still going to add lots more petals. We're just trying to cover the styrofoam at the top. You might need to add some more glue down at the bottom here and under the little petal, and make sure you stick it into the styrofoam. Okay, and then you would set that aside to dry.